Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and my first video. Thank you so much for watching. We are doing this New Year's Eve inspired look. I did it for New Year's Eve for work. I had so many compliments from customers, employees. I even posted on my Facebook and I had a lot of people saying that they were in love with this look. And I had decided to do this channel, and someone commented on this look specifically on my Facebook and said that they wanted to see this tutorial. So Amber, this one is for you. And also my drama teacher, Miss Finley, also commented and saying she would love to see this look. So this one is for you as well. If you guys enjoy this video, please comment and subscribe. The more traffic I get, the more tutorials I will do. I am just a basic mom. I work all day long, 6 days a week, 50+ hours, so makeup is not something that I am super skilled in, but it is something that I have been very passionate about for years and have watched so many tutorials to get where I am. Trust me, I was not this good starting out. It was awful. Some of my before and afters are extremely cringe-worthy. But I figured I would do this channel to kind of help the people that were like me, where I need to see exactly what you're doing. And a lot of tutorials I am finding out are just so quick. They're so fast. They're like, oh yeah, we're doing this and this and this and this, and not explaining what they're doing and why they're doing it and how they're doing it. They're just kind of doing it. And I'm still learning, so I'm still trying to find tutorials to learn how to do certain things. And I'm not finding the ones that I need anymore. They are just too quick, not explaining, and I need those. So I was hoping that this would kind of help the girls that are my age that are just getting into makeup and want to do more with it, or guys too, and the younger generation as well, little girls, little boys. I have 2 little girls myself. My oldest one loves doing makeup and she loves watching me, so who knows, maybe I'll have her watch this video and she can kind of copy me. But that's the whole point of this channel. I am not an Instagram model. I am not perfect by any means. So I feel like seeing someone that's more real, more, has the type of money that you probably do. I don't invest a lot of money in my makeup, so I don't have super high-end products. I do a lot of drugstore products, especially when it comes to foundations and concealers. So I will kind of relate to you a little bit more and kind of help you figure out how to make your look like it's high-end and expensive, but it not be high-end and expensive. So I hope you enjoy this video, and be sure to follow me on Instagram as well. It's in the description box. Thank you so much. Bye. Okay, so first we're going to start by priming our eyelids. I feel like this is such a necessity when you are doing any kind of makeup look. It just makes everything seamless looking, even looking. If you can see, I have like veins in my eyes and I have a dark spot right there as well, so it'll just kind of create them to look the same, and it's just kind of like a blank canvas. So I'm going to go in with a concealer. You can use any kind of concealer that you would like. I am using the Master Conceal by Maybelline. Whatever you have for that matches your skin tone, just go ahead and use that. So I'm going to put that a little bit on my eyelid. Clearly I'm running out of this. And the other one as well. And then I'm going to take a damp beauty blender and I'm just going to pat that all on my eyelid, up where my brow is as well, and kind of past my eyes, since the look I am creating is going to be going past my eye. And then next we are going to be taking tape. Now I'm sure if you do not know this beauty hack, you're wondering what the heck I'm going to do with tape and makeup, but this honestly is the beauty hack of probably my lifetime. I would not be able to live without this beauty hack, mostly because I don't create winged eyeliner because I don't have the time to do that or the patience to do that. So I will do a winged eyeshadow effect, or more of like an angle effect, if you will. So I will just take that piece of tape. I will put it on the back of my hand, so that way when we eventually take the tape off of our face, we're not ripping our skin off. And I am just going to put that right under my bottom lash line and angling up to the end of my brow. So if you can see, I have it like that. And then I'm going to do the same for the other eye. And I'm going to match that angle as well. Okay, so now that we have that, you are going to take a fluffy brush. I'm going to use the Morphe R37 brush. I don't know if you could see that. And then I'm going in with the Jaclyn Hill Volume 1 palette, and I'm going to be taking this shade right here. As you can see, I've hit pan. It's a shade that I use for every transition that, whatever makeup I'm doing, this is the first transition shade I'm using. I don't know the names of any of these colors off the top of my head, so I will put the names in the description box down below. She doesn't have them labeled on here at all or on the back, but her Volume 2 palette does, so I'll be able to tell you those as we go. So I'm going to take some of that on that fluffy brush, tap the excess off, and I'm going to start at the end of my eye into the crease, and I'm just going to blend that into my crease area. I am not being precise with this color at all because it is the transition shade, and it's pretty much neutral of a color. You know, it kind of matches my tone a little bit. It's a little bit darker, but this is just to create that base shade to help you with all the other darker colors we're going to go into. Then after we are done with that color, we're going to go in with this color. Same thing, same fluffy brush. I honestly just wipe it on a clean towel because I don't have endless supplies of brushes, so I do just kind of use the same ones, wipe them off, make sure there's no product coming off of it. Wish I had endless supplies of brushes, but then also I'm thinking that I would have to wash all those, and that's just not something I have time for. So we're going to do the exact same process. Take some, tap it off, and start at the end of that eye where the tape is. Same thing into that crease. We're not putting it on the lid. The lid we're definitely saving for that gold color, but we're just kind of keeping it in the crease, going a little bit above the crease, kind of close to that brow bone, but not into the brow bone. And we are just going to blend that out into the inner corner and just dragging that product into there. And we are going to repeat for the same time. All right, so next we are going to go in with this shade. We are going to repeat the same exact process, and we are just going to take that on that fluffy brush, tap it, start with that inner or the outer corner, sorry, where that tape is, into that crease area, putting the most product onto the outer corner because that's where we're going to have more of the darker shade be at. So we're just going to put that there and drag that into the crease, blending as much as you can. When I blend, I do a windshield wiper motion. I just feel like it's more precise and I'm not getting it anywhere. Like if you do circulars and stuff like that, windshield wiper is my go-to for blending. So I'm just gonna keep doing that, blend, blend, blend as much as I can and get that into the inner corner. And we are going to repeat for the next side. So next we are using that same brush, but we are going to be a little bit more precise when we're putting this color in because it is getting a little bit into the darker browns and we don't want it going everywhere and looking crazy. So I'm going to be taking this color right here, same brush, taking some of that product, tapping it off, and we are going to stay in the crease as much as possible. We don't want to go too far down and we don't want to go too far up. If you have a problem getting into your crease, if you look at me, I'm like squinting, I'm raising my eyebrows, it doesn't look good. I'm causing wrinkles and causing my foundation to kind of wrinkle a little bit, so I'm going to have to touch that up. But it's okay, at least I'm getting my good eye makeup look right now. So again, we're going to start at that outer corner where that tape is, put the most product there, and we are just going to bring that into the crease, drag that product into there, blend it, and bring it into the inner corner. And we are going to repeat for the next side. So next we are going to take a more precise fluffy brush, It's not super fluffy, but it's not a dense packing brush. It's still definitely for blending and getting into the crease. This is the Morphe E17. I don't know if you can see that, rolling it the wrong way. And we are going to go into the darker browns. So I'm going to take this color, if I can get there, this color right here. And I am going to be a lot more precise when placing this product on my eye. I'm going to stay into that crease as much as possible. I do not want to go too up with this one because it is a darker color, but we are going to be blending a lot because we don't want that harsh line with the other colors. So I'm going to start at that end of my eye where that tape is. I'm just going to pack as much product on as I can there. And then I'm just going to drag that into my crease and blend it in there. When it comes to doing a look like this, there is no such thing as too much blending. There is such a thing as not enough blending. I'm the type of person that does not like any harsh lines when it comes to my makeup, unless if it's something that is intended to be a harsh line. But for the most part, by everyday makeup, if I'm not doing a distinct cut crease or anything like that, I do not want any harsh lines. I want it to look very seamless and almost like perfect. And we are going to repeat that. So next we are going to go in with an even darker brown. We are going to go in with this color right here. Same exact thing. We are going to take that product, cap it off, start at that end of your eye where the tape is, pack on the most product there, and keep it into your crease as much as possible. And I'm just going to continue to blend this color. Just windshield wiper the motion over and over and over again, and getting as little of that product into the inner corner as I can. It's almost kind of like a fade effect, you know, the darkest here, and then you fade into the lighter of that color. Just because we are not creating a halo look, we are creating a smoky eye look. So we don't want all that intense color on the inner corner, focusing on the outer corner. And we are going to repeat that same process. And then I'm just going to take that fluffy brush that we used in the beginning, and I'm just going to kind of go over the top of that just to kind of help blend any harsh lines that may be right there. I don't have any product on this brush at all. I am just going over between the two different shades to kind of help blend them together so they look seamless. Okay, after that, we are going to go in with that same brush, and we are going to go in with this black from the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. It is called Temptress. Temptress there. And we are going to be as precise with this color as we possibly can. I love this black in this palette. Honestly, it's probably my favorite black in any palette that I have. It is so pigmented. It is extremely black. Like, you can't get any more black than this. It's very pigmented. It's very creamy, very blendable. Between the two, there is one black in the Volume 1 palette. Doesn't even come close to this one. This is like the kind of grayer, duller one. This is like, boom, in your face black. So same process. Keep that in the outer corner of your eye where that tape is. Put the most product there. And then blend it and drag that into your crease. And slowly, once you have very little product on your brush, bring that into the inner corner of your eye. And then just continue to blend until you feel satisfied with the way the colors are transitioning into each other. And if you feel like you need to apply more black, definitely feel free to do it. There will be a time that I might apply black if my gold stands out too much, but right now I'm pretty comfortable with this. So we're going to repeat it on the other eye as well. And then we are going to go back in with that fluffy brush with no product. Again, just kind of blending those transition shades into that darker shade to create no harsh lines. So then we are going to go in with that concealer that we used in the beginning, or if you have a different concealer that you'd rather use, that's fine too. Just this is going to help create that gold look. And I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. And I'm going to take this flat brush. I don't know the name of this brush. I've had it for years. It's great. I use this to do any kind of cut crease or whatever I'm going to be doing with that look. And this side I used to use for my foundation until I started using the Beauty Blender. Now this side's used to put clay masks on. So I wish I could tell you the name of it, but I have no clue where I got it from. So I'm going to take a little bit of that on one side, and then I'm going to dab some of that product off on the back of my hand because I do not want too much concealer on this because it kind of gets messy and will go everywhere. And I am just going to start at the inner corner of my eye. And I'm just going to put this on my lid and kind of below my crease. And I'm going to keep my eye as shut as possible because if you open your eyes right up, it's going to go into your crease and probably above that, and that's not the look that we're trying to create right now. Okay, and keeping my eye kind of like this, because again, I don't want to look up. I'm going to take this flat brush. It's great for packing. And we are going to go in with this gold called Taliya in the Volume 2 palette. And I am just going to pick up as much of that product as I can, and I'm just going to start packing it onto my lid. Pretty much everywhere that concealer is where this gold is going. And we're just going to continue to pack on until we achieve the amount of gold that we want with this look. It really is up to you how much gold you want on your eye look. And then we are going to repeat the same thing for the other side. And then after we are done applying that gold, I'm going to go back in with some black just because the gold shimmer kind of took away a lot of the black pigment. So I'm just going to go in with that same brush that we used. And I'm just going to repeat that process when I added the black on originally, and just kind of darken that up a little bit and also kind of bring it into the gold a little bit as well, so we can kind of blend that out and not create such a harsh line. And then I'm going to take that brush that we were using at the beginning And repeat that process where I'm just kind of going into that crease, blending those lines out. After that, we are going to take the tape off. As you can see, it creates that winged look without any really work to it. I do just have to take my beauty blender because I accidentally got some fallout past the tape. I usually have a thicker tape on my eye, but I ran out, so I just had the really thin tape in my drawer. Usually the thicker the tape, the more fallout it will catch. And I'm just going to kind of go underneath my eye too to kind of collect some of that gold that fell out. So then after that, we are going to do some under eye shadow. And I know it seems crazy to think that you're going to put shadow on your under eyes, but trust me, the first time I did this, I absolutely thought they were nuts asking me to do this because I felt like I was going to look like a raccoon. But now I do it all the time and it just kind of completes the eye look. So we are going to go in with the Volume 1 palette again, and we are going to take that dark brown, and I'm going to be using this E36 Morphe brush. I don't know if you can see it. And I'm just going to put some of that brown on there, tap it off, and I'm going to get as close to my waterline and my eyelash line as I can, and I'm just going to kind of pack that on there. Like that. And then I'm going to take the JH40 Jaclyn Hill Morphe brush from her collection, and I'm just going to blend that out. I'm going to keep it as close to that waterline as I can. I don't want to blend it too far down because then that will create that raccoon look. And we're going to repeat the same process. Okay, so we're going to take that same brush and we're going to go in with the Temptress. I honestly cannot say this word for the life of me. It's like anemone for some people. Apparently I cannot say Temptress. At least I could say anemone, alright? We're gonna go in with that color. And same process. And please ignore my nails when you see them. I don't have time to do them. I can't paint them. There's no time in the world to do that. And I don't have time to get them done either. So this is what we get. Again, sticking to as close to that waterline. Pretty much just that lash line as much as we can. And we are going to blend that out, not going crazy down, just staying right there. And we will repeat that for the other side. And if you notice, I tend to start on the outer corner of my eye versus the inner corner, just because we kind of want to create that same look where it's going dark to lighter. And again, blending and staying close to that lash line. Just don't poke yourself in the eye. I can't tell you how many times I've done that, and it hurts so bad. And then your brush gets wet, and then you can't blend for the life of you. We are going to do some mascara. Unfortunately, I do not do fake eyelashes. It's just not something that works for me. I just don't have the time or the patience to deal with those. So when I am doing my mascara, if you see me messing with my mirror, that is because I will angle my mirror as if I'm looking down at it, just because that helps get the root of your lashes, and it will make them thicker, longer. Whatever the mascara's goal is to do, is it's gonna help it do that if you get to that root. I do not believe there is a mascara that could do it all. I don't believe it can make it thicker, make it bolder, make it longer, make it fuller. I don't think there is a mascara that can do it all. I am a firm believer in doing two. So this one is the Lash Sensational by Maybelline. And then this one is the Volume Express. I feel like if I combine these two, my lashes look pretty decent, and my eyelashes are really not that great. You'll see when I apply it, I have some that are like extremely short, and then I have some that are extremely long. It is what it is. I'm okay with it. I'm living with it. So I'm gonna take this one first, and I am going to just apply that. If you are unaware, do not pump your mascara. It will actually make it disintegrate quicker. Like, it'll be clumpier. You just put air bubbles in there, and that's the worst thing you could do for your mascara. So if you want it to last longer, take it out, call it good. Do not, no. So I'm gonna start with this. And I actually don't use the side that most people probably do. I actually use this side. I feel like it works better for me, but you could do whatever works best for you. So I'm just going to shimmy and blink when I'm doing it. I make my lashes do the work for me. I don't move the wand because I feel like I get the mascara everywhere. I'm going to try to use this mirror so that way I can kind of be in the view of the camera. And I'm going to focus on the outer corners because I'm trying to create that winged effect. So again, shimmy and blink, shimmy and blink. And we're just going to repeat for the other side. So we are going to let that layer dry before we put the next layer on. So while we are letting that dry, I'm going to work on my eyebrows. So I'm just going to take this brush and I'm just going to kind of get those hairs in line. And I'm going to take this Maybelline Tattoo Studio in the soft brown, and I will just kind of put some of that right at the top, or like right at the front of my brow, just because I am missing some hairs there, or maybe they're just really blonde and I just can't see them. And I will continue that into some places that I see that they just look like there's patches missing. Now after that, I'm going to take this Morphe M432 brush, and I'm just going to take a brown that suits kind of what my hair color is doing right now. I don't dye my hair very often, just being a redhead. It changes whenever it wants and it's annoying. So I am just gonna go in with that brown that we actually used on our eyes. And I'm just going to dip that in there a little bit, tap it off, and just kind of put that into the hairs just to kind of make it all one color, so I don't have that ombre brown to blonde look that my lashes naturally do. And I'm just going to repeat that for the next side. So then now that layer should have dried for the mascara, so we're going to go in with the Mega Plush. I've used this one for so long. I love it. And we're going to do the exact same process where we're going to be at the root, shimmy shimmy, blink. I'm just going to go in with this same one, and I'm going to get the bottom lashes. I'm just going to look up as high as I can and just kind of get all those little lashes. Try not to get any on your skin, obviously. And if you did accidentally get any on your eyelid, which I surprisingly didn't, there is a hack that you can do. What you would do is wait until it is completely dry, and you will take a clean Q-tip and you would just wipe it off. And it comes right off. It doesn't ruin your makeup at all. It's a great hack. So be patient, let it dry completely, take a Q-tip and flick it off. I am going to do some eyeliner just to kind of make this look that much bolder. And I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Eye Studio gel eyeliner, and I just take the brush that it comes with, and I'm going to put some of that on the brush, and I'm going to put that on the waterline. You don't have to do this with this look at all. It looks great without it, but I kind of want to go bolder. Why not while we're at it, right? First YouTube video, might as well go all out. And then I'm also going to do what is kind of like a tight line, which will kind of just make sure that right underneath your lashes is another waterline, your top waterline, and I am just going to apply some there. Now, if you've never done this before, I encourage you to do it without any makeup on, just because you will mess up a couple of times, and there's nothing more frustrating than having your makeup look completely done and then you mess up and you poke yourself in the eye, or you get eyeliner everywhere, and then you have to start back at square one. So now we should be all set to kind of comb our lashes. This is not something you have to do. It's honestly just something I'm used to doing because I don't have, you know, really expensive mascara. So I do feel like the drugstore can tend to clump more than I'd like. And this just kind of helps relieve any of those clumps. And also kind of get my eyelashes where I want them to be. Like I said, my eyelashes are not that great. I have short ones, I have longer ones. They tend to like want to split right down the middle. This will kind of help them get them in their place, get them in their assigned seats. Alright, so the last thing that we are going to do is we are going to highlight. And there are two ways that you can do this, and I will show you both ways. So the first way that you can do this is you can use a white eyeshadow. If you want more of a subtle highlight to your eye and let the eye do the talking, you can just do this. So I'm going to take the Certified in the Volume 2 palette. This is a great white eyeshadow. It's just, you only really need a little bit. I'm even going to tap that off. And I'm going to put that right at the top of my brow bone, kind of like right where that arch is. I'm going to bring it down. I'm not going to go all the way over here. And I'm going to do that again, tapping it off, and just kind of putting that in the inner corner. I will never not highlight my eyes. I just think it's a beautiful thing to do. It just kind of draws more attention to it. So next I'm going to take an actual highlighter, and this is probably, you know, a little more bolder, more, you know, bam, look at my eye. Let's not just have my eye do the talking, let's have, you know, my highlight do the talking with my eye. They're gonna, you know, coincide. And I'm going to take the Jaclyn Hill highlight from her actual Jaclyn Cosmetics collection. Unfortunately, she does not sell this anymore. It makes me really sad, because to think that if I ever hit pan on these two and I can't buy it, I'm gonna cry. It took me forever to find a highlight that I really like, that actually works. Like, you could see it on my nose. I don't know if you could see that, but I am shiny and I love it. So I'm going to take that on the brush and again tap that off, because you don't need much, and I'm just going to repeat that at that arch. Like, I really don't know if you can see that on camera, but, and I'm using my phone so it's not great quality, but like, oh, I love it. I'm even going to take more because I love it so much. if being highlighted all over the place was acceptable, I would do it. I wonder if that's going to be a 2021 trend. I'll get on board with that. And we are going to do the same for that inner corner. I don't know if you could tell the difference in the camera, but this one is so much more bolder than this one. This is like very slight. You know, look at me a little bit, but I'm gonna let my eyes do talking. And this one is just like in your face. Bam, highlight. I love it. And then after that, we are going to take some setting spray. And I am using the Morphe Luminous Spray. So this is more of a dewy finish, and that is because my skin right now, I don't know if you can see it on camera, I'm sure you can, but it's more flaky and dry. So we're just gonna take this and we are going to spray our face. I'm gonna be very generous because like I said, I want a dewy finish because I'm dry. And I am just going to, I just ate that. I'm just going to fan myself as I hit myself. I'm going to fan myself and keep my eyes closed because it is wet, but I'm not gonna like close because then you're gonna get mascara on the bottom, which I ended up doing because I hit myself in the face. And we're just gonna let that dry. Okay, and that is our look. If you wanted to do lips with this, you can. I would definitely recommend doing a nude lip. I don't typically wear lipstick. I mean, we're wearing masks all day. There's really no point in putting lipstick on. No one's gonna see it. But if you happen to be going somewhere where you don't have to wear a mask and you're going with this look, then I love a dark eye with a nude lip. It is my favorite thing. But I will typically just throw on lip gloss just because I don't have lips. I don't. They're not there, they're non-existent, and I suck at drawing lines on my lips. They look terrible to me. So I just stick with a lip gloss. It kind of makes them, you know, look a little bit fuller. It kind of will, you know, some little pinkies or peaches or clear, or maybe like a little bit of a nude or a little bit of a hint of brown. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this tutorial, please comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know if you liked this or if you want to see more looks like this. Obviously I didn't do my whole face just for the sake of time, but if that is something that you would like to see, let me know. You can also follow my Instagram account, which is in the description box below. I will post pictures of myself there, so if you see a look that you're like, oh my god, I want to know how she did it, you can go follow me, comment on that, DM me, whatever you want to do to get a hold of me to let me know what you want to see. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!